Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Week 2, Season 47, and this is one of those videos where I'm recording over the original footage. I had some audio issues during the original record, which is why we're a little late in putting this one out. In this match, we are in Kyber 2. We have a good banner total, where despite having the 2 dropped matches to begin this week, I am still deep within Kyber 2, thanks to the 3-0 week we had last week of Grand Arena, to the first week of this season, but we are looking to prevent the 0-3 week. Obviously, I know how this match goes, and I am happy about it. We'll do a quick little recap of the previous round. There's not really too much to say. And in this match, Beam Me Up wins, and he had a huge banner total thanks to his full offense strategy. I did what I could up against it. Even if I had played it clean, I would have only got to 2060 banners and dropped one battle, and it wouldn't have made a difference. He had such a great score, I wasn't going to compete with that. And yeah, we'll hit the history at the end of the video where you can see the specific battles that he played. I did wait to re-record this audio so that we could capture that Grand Arena history. With the final look at the bracket, my opponent Pickle Rick, he's a 10.8 million GP player, about 500k more than me, but he's lower on Zetas, lower on Omicrons, but not problematically so. When we look at his relic units, he's got above 200, and his entire depth of gear 11 plus units is only 222, which means basically any character he's touched, almost all of them are at relics or at gear 12. He's either touching them or not. With his relic distribution, we can see that he has a lot of tier 7 relics, a good amount of tier 8s, but not massive advantages, strong advantages, but we've seen some scarier rosters. But he does have very strong mods, and he's been pretty efficient about it. He only has like 40 more mods than me at 6 dots, but his averages are better, and he's significantly beating me on the 25 plus. He has nearly double the 25 plus mods that I do, but we're pretty close on the 20 plus and the 15 plus, where he's got an advantage on the 20 plus, I've got the advantage on the 15 plus. In terms of Datacrons, he's one of the more active players of Datacrons in the bracket, but really at this level of Kyber 2, everyone was fairly active with their Datacrons, so no meaningful advantage there, although I do think I place more than he does. Quick look at the GLs. We're not going to go into detail on any of those. They've got them all. Looking at the quality of the modding of Pickle Rick's roster, he's very strong. This is expected from the count that we were seeing. We'll organize this by speed. What he has here are 42 characters modded at 300 speed or faster. So you can see the usual characters, Moff Gideon, Mara, Jade, Cat, all modded very well. His Bosch, Echo, Radis, Revan, Piet, Inquisitor, Maul, like very strong here. CLS, Malak, and then Han Solo is his final character. Then we see like Drogon, Embo, Sana, Chupio, Third Sister, a couple characters falling below that 300 threshold, Watt, Kelkestis, Starkiller, Basel of Fallen, but he's got most of the ones that you would want to see and expect to see. Now, as we jump into looking at the defense here, I didn't make any fundamental changes to my defense. We'll quickly just tap through these different sectors and you can see what it looks like, but I left this largely unchanged because from looking at his history, I was expecting to see a few certain characters like Leia and most of his GLs on defense. So I have my Leia on defense here. I kept Jabba for offense because I was expecting to see his Leia, which means I have weaker teams like Malakos on defense. Well, weaker at my level because I don't have full relics on it. They're not a bad team or a weak team by any measure. And then just the characters that have really been here all season. And ships, all this is unchanged. As we take a look at my opponent's defense, what we see here is we got Jabba with the Boschkron, Night Sisters with Merrin, CLS. We have this Sortie team that we keep seeing, and a Geos team, which is it's a big surprise. Geos are one of those teams that just shouldn't be on defense at this level. There's no reason to do it. It's big, easy banners for me, easy soloed. So we got a Leia here with strong relics, Relic 9. We got Lord Vader, here with a Maul and Thrawn, which hopefully my Aphra can deal with. Newt, Malgus, and Qui-Gon to round out the rest of these territories. And I believe we're going to begin with Lord Vader. Or you know what? We don't. We start with Malgus because I want to start off with a win and be in a better mood than I have been in some of these matches. So we're going to increase the speed of the footage, which, I mean, it's one of the nice things about recording the audio or re-recording the audio is we can speed up the length of these videos. But I felt like I said some good things this match, and it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't capture it live. I liked how I played this out. Now we're grabbing Aphra here. We got our Aphra-Kron, throwing that down. And without Third Sister, this has a better chance. We quickly start driving the potency, but he's very fast. You can see how quickly his Maul is going, but they've got Frenzy up, and so we're going to throw a Torture on Thrawn, but I would contemplate it for a moment. Do I wait on the Torture? And maybe I should have just... Yeah, no, that I'm all happy with, but now we have Thrawn down, and we can focus on Maul, but he's under stealth, so I can't get to him. I saved the revive and the heal, but I know he's about to unload on me. And then right here, Maul does something that he almost never does. It's something that Tracked on the Discord asked me about. What if Maul targets Aphra? And my response was, it just doesn't happen. It had never happened to me before, and this time here, it happened. Maul targeted me, wiped out Aphra, so I wasn't able to take this out. And I was too weak at this point to take out the Maul. So this was a pretty disappointing result at this point, because it ate up my Aphra. Maybe if I had sped up the team or something, I don't know. The team is a little vulnerable without a tank. Hopefully we get a dark side tank to join the squad at some point. Now we're going right in with Jabba Bosch. I don't have the right level 6 ability, or really of the two possibilities that I should be considering. I don't have either of them, because there's the good level 6 one, but there's also another one that offers damage immunity, and I really wish that I had it, and you're going to see why as I do this. What am I checking out? I don't even know why I'm on this screen. But, I think I was looking for a Kron. Yeah, that's what was going on. I was just looking for a Kron because I was expecting to have a second Bosch Kron, but I must have got that after the lock-in, while Conquest was still going on. So we returned to the match. It appeared that I only had one Bosch Kron at the time of lock-in, which is fine, because I knew that I had that damage immunity one. I just guess I was wrong about when I obtained it. Now we go with the squad. We throw down the Bosch Crown that I have, which is cooldown reduction and a little turn meter, which is not what we need in this counter. And one of the changes to this match versus the previous round is I did my homework. I watched some videos to figure out how I wanted to play it, who I wanted to throw the buff immunity on. There's been some talk of maybe using Skiff Lando in this counter. Of the videos I've found, I didn't see anybody doing that, so I didn't want to go with it. Plus, without having the right crons, I decided it was probably better to have a tank. So we're just focusing on Leia, letting them do their things, putting the protection up back. We get a taunt out, and we are just throwing more thermals down. But they are focusing on Bosch quite a bit when they can. Leia definitely is. I'm putting protection up around to keep her alive as long as possible. But you see we lose Bosch right there. And if I had damage immunity, even not the good level 6 ability, but the other level 6 ability that I was looking for prior to this match, we wouldn't have lost Bosch. And that would have been enough that maybe we would have got a better result. I'm still happy with how this went. So right now they're going after Chrysanthemum. I'm getting worried, but we're at 95% on the payout. We hit the payout. We're going to taunt heal up a little bit here. Well, I guess we don't heal up. But we can keep throwing the protection up. They're going through it quickly. We got a stagger there, which is painful because we lose Jabba's turn. I'm going to throw the buff immunity. We get Chrysanthemum back. Now we lose Chrysanthemum again. Throw the protection up. We're doing the basics. We're at 87%. We're going to hit 90 something after this. They're doing a lot of damage. We're at 99. We do a basic, and now I'm terrified, but we get it. We get it. And I'm able to Rancor Drogon out of there. Which, that means we're alive. We can find a way to do things. But now we got to look at some of these other squads and reconsider a couple things. So now that I know where I stand with the GLs, I can start making decisions about some of the rest of these teams here. So Grand Inquisitor up against Qui-Gon. We're doing that one because that's just a standard way that I like to handle things, particularly when I have unaligned Force user Krons, because those are very strong with the Inquisitors, and it makes sure that this counter usually goes pretty well. So we took out Qui-Gon, focusing down on Anakin. We are going to do some good testing in this video. You are going to see some more Kelleran testing. Hit Kiadi and do a couple attacks. We'll be taking Kiadi-Mundi out. And then move on to some of these next battles. We got a Newt, which means we're going to do Veers. I just like Veers and Dark Trooper because just how quickly they burn through the stacks of the B1. This is also a counter that I would do when I still had a Gear 12 Veers. This is a strong counter. Even before I had relics on Piet, I believe I would still do it. Definitely before I had relics on Dark Trooper. But I'm just trying to make decisions on these various crons that I have. I don't like to use some of those some of the trooper crons that we have. I don't like them in this particular counter. Because particularly that one that converts defense into offense, that actually makes this a little bit more vulnerable to somebody like Jango on the couple turns he has to take. So we take out Newt once. I pay the taxes because I want to give them turn meter so that they take some turns more quickly. You can see I almost lose Veers right there. Had I put on that Cron, I probably would have lost Veers right there. We're probably going to lose Veers anyway if I remember right. Yeah, so we lose Veers, but Newt is now out of stealth, so I attack Newt. We don't get any turn meter anymore, but my Dark Trooper's doing great. And we still take out Jango. Get a couple lower banners, but we still play it pretty quick and clean. Now, Malgus I want to make some decisions on because I could use Cal Kestis, but I'm also thinking about using Cal Kestis up against either Leia or Lord Vader. So instead we are going to the North Territory and looking at Jabba. We want to take out the other GLs, make sure that nothing goes wrong in this match so we can evaluate which teams I can save or not save. We have the Scoundrel Anti-Revive Cron on Cat. And that's going to allow me to take Chrysanthemum off the field and not worry about him returning. And now I can just be singularly focused on Bosch and take her out quick and easy without having any other nuisances affecting how I attack and play. Put the Sheen, I still haven't decided how I want to pronounce that because it's not a real word. Yeah, we bring in a bunch of assists, damage immunity triggered. See, that's what we want on my Bosch, and that's what my Bosch doesn't do. Reset the cooldowns, wipe out Bosch, and now we're focused on Jabba. I'm going to work towards the 100% on the alt. I could be or should be selecting JMK to speed that up, but I was fine with the assist. Now the alt's triggered, and now we're just getting to work. I took auto off when the damage immunity went on, and now I can start it up again, but we're done. So that goes clean. Now we got to make decisions about these other teams. We are going for Sortie. And I don't know why I keep seeing this Sortie team. This Sortie team, where it's Sortie with some Separatist droids. I mean, it can be soloed by Malak, and I've seen it a bunch of maybe not a bunch of times, but I've seen it a couple times this season. And I don't know, it's easy banners. Like, it's quick and easy work for Malak. And I think the last video I saw an IG-100 version. I do think the IG-100 version is a little bit more annoying. I have way less issue with this droidica version. And you know, Grievous is doing some of the work for me. I don't know. It's not a team that I like. I feel like Sortie, you got to have T3M4, and I still feel like it's an unfinished squad. Like what's that like brute droid from the Kenobi show? I feel like he should be added to the game as a droid tank to make a Sortie squad better. Now we returned here. I got to make some decisions. We're heading to this. Oh, here, I don't do this. I was about to do this, and then I reconsidered because I was like, I was fairly certain it wasn't going to win. Because Maul under stealth, he was going to wipe me out before it was going to work. So now I'm trying things. I got to take out Maul first. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. So this is my first idea where I am bringing in GTR Swolo because I'm hoping that their combo is going to they're going to last long enough to do the damage. They're going to keep each other alive. And the idea is kind of there. We do see some of it. So I'm saving the big attack. I'm just going to do the first special instead. It's taking my time to make the decision, but we do it right there. Go under stealth. Increase cooldowns. Maul unleashes the location I would have preferred he didn't. And now I'm focused on Maul. But what we're going to end up seeing is I just get to a point where I can't do enough damage. And we can't do anything about these debuffs. The idea is there where it was keeping JTR alive, but the dots end up taking out Swolo, which was too bad. So that didn't work. Now I got to come up with another idea. And here, I don't think I figure out a solution yet. I'm going to do some other battles first. And Leia, I'm taking a look at Leia, trying to figure this out. And what I'm thinking about is, okay, I need to find a way to take out Maul. What I want to do is use my Fennec as a cleanup with a solo Vader. I just need to take out Maul somehow. With Leia, I want to use JML with Jedinet Cal Kestis, which means my solution to taking out Malgus is going to have to be somebody like Sith Eternal Emperor or Traya or Gas, one of those weapons. I had went into the match hoping to use Kelkastis as my Malgus counter. Now we're shifting up north. I'm buying myself time and just thinking about, okay, how do I beat these other teams quick and clean and efficiently in case I need the banner difference. So we're going with CLS here. Not CLS, SWGOH against CLS. And I'm looking for the stacking offense cron from the buffs, because we are going to have SWGOH giving himself a lot of buffs, and that cron is going to mean his offense is going to be stacking throughout this battle. We stay focused on CLS the entire time, hit auto, and let SWGOH and the cron do their work. And there's CLS taken out. And now we head over to Chupio. I should put that offense stacking mod onto my CLS on defense. I wonder what I have on him. With Night Sisters, do I do gas? I might do gas here. Somebody that prevents revives is just what we want to do. Some like gas, even. Do I do Wampa? Do I really do Wampa? Yeah, so look, I guess I'm doing Wampa. It's fine. It's just overkill. I think I just wanted something safe, and gas is somebody I wanted just in case on the back wall. Because really, Wampa, we're going to only use him in a couple scenarios. We're going to use him up against Mon Mothma. We are going to use him up against like a Grievous squad. There's some known quantities where we would be using him. And some of the other teams that we could have used here, they have alternate uses that I thought were worth preserving. And then here with Geos, we're going to do Night Sisters. There are things that we could have done that could have been worth more banners, but Night Sisters probably wasn't going to use elsewhere, and it was just going to be a reliable way to take out the Geos. So right now, just making sure that the board is being cleaned out mostly efficiently. And then we're going to return to the GLs. Actually, you know what? I think I do fleets first. I think I do fleets and I do the GLs last. Yeah, I definitely do, because it's like one of the things you want to do is like understand yourself psychologically. If something's going to throw you off, then don't do the thing that could potentially throw you off. Do everything else you can control first and reduce the chances that a mistake could happen. Now, I'd probably do the Malgus battle first, but that's definitely how I believe this match plays out. You can see Leviathan is on defense. We return to taking a look down here. We're going to hit up Malgus. I'm pretty sure I do Sith Eternal Emperor, because we want to make sure that we're going to win. Teams like Gas or Treya or other things, they're going to introduce too much risk. Now, once Darth Bane is added to the game, that's going to give us a nice little counter here, but right now, I'm happy that we're getting Bane, because I don't like to use Wat with my Sith Eternal Emperor, even though he makes all the stuff much better. I like what he does with Trench, and I like that my Trench gets holds, and it trips up some of my opponents. That has value to me. So we do some work, we do a little bit of damage. Everybody's got deceived, they've taken out Sidious or whoever. Now Maul is down. We're at 82, 92. Now we're at 100. Just waiting to take my turn. We trigger the alt. Now we can blow them up. No, but we got ability block, which definitely makes me pretty terrified. But we get the situation that we need. Maybe I should have thrown in like armor or something. No, armor is a little scary too. And it was close. It was a little scary, but we do it. Low banners though. And now we are going to head to fleet. When we take a look at Leviathan, we're going to do the Chimera counter. I don't know why I'm clicking on that twice. I think I take these ships off, but there's no reason to take them off. I think it's just I was thinking about other things. Looks like I add one ship. Because it doesn't matter, because with the Executrix, I have no ships to put with it. Because the Scythe is here, the Defender's here, the Interceptor's here, so there's no sense in saving any fleets. I could have just filled it out. I mean, I guess I can get a banner back by leaving a slot empty. We bring out the Defender, stun, dispel. Hope for good luck. We don't get it. Dispel and remove turn meter with Vader. Now I'm a little scared because we lost Scythe. That usually doesn't happen. We remove turn meter with the capital ship AoE. Now they're attacking. They're doing their stuff. I bring out the Interceptor. I'm going to mark the Fury class Interceptor. I'm attacking that because I know I'm going to use the Chimera to take out the bomber. And it helps make quick work of the Fury class Interceptor once I can focus on it. Now we're just working on the Mark 6. And what I ultimately end up doing is I try to go for the heal and the offense up, because I know if I brought in the Reaper, I was just going to lose the Reaper, wasn't going to do anything. And the offense up, I figured, was going to be a little bit more beneficial. Take out the dagger. We do the removal. They take over. Now we're working on these stacks. I remove the turn meter, but not the turn meter. Yeah, no, the turn meter. Yeah, so even though it got a little scary with losing the Scythe when we did early, it goes well enough. And now I can Leviathan the Executor. And this is not a huge deal. The only thing you got to do here is not use your AoEs. That was, I think things got a little load from the ambient noise outside. It said not use your AoEs because with the tenacity up, you're not going to land the debuffs, and you need to land debuffs in order to use one of the special abilities, the second of the special abilities. So now that tenacity up is dropped, we are going to bring in a reinforcement. We land a stun. I land a healing immunity on IG 100. They're going to taunt. We're going to AoE drop a lot of thermals. Now we can call the assist and land a bunch of debuffs, which allows us now to use that ability because we landed enough debuffs. And now we're just attacking. Working on trying to take out Houndstooth before anything bad happens. We do a little heal, bring in the Mark 6. Mark 6 will take out Houndstooth. We do an AoE, hoping to clear the Foresight, do a little bit of damage. Houndstooth is gone. Now I got to make a decision of who or what to attack. I'm going to go for IG 100 or IG 1000. And we get the ult off. And now we've won. AoE IG-88 goes down. And now that goes down. Easy, clean, good. Now we've got the Malevolence, and I've got the Negotiator with the Marauder to attack that with. I just got to decide which combinations of ships that I want to use. I still don't feel like I have a preference on it. I think maybe in different scenarios I want to have Ahsoka instead of the tank, but I think I prefer the tank. We put Annie under stealth. I'm trying to think, do I want to take the crit hit off, but that's going to put a taunt over on Sunfac. Not taunt over on Sunfac's going to be taunting regardless, but I want to take out Hyena Bomber first. I'm trying to just set myself up where that goal can be accomplished and focused on. Now we got Undying Loyalty. Hyena Bomber goes down. They mark. I am going to bring in Ahsoka. Although maybe I should bring in a clone because of the clone synergy. And we'll AoE, do a little bit of damage, but we're also going to feed turn meter by taking out a Vulture Droid. Oh, we don't. That's good. But we lose my tank. We give a bunch of turn meter, but we take out one of the ships. Now I'm going to attack, but I'm going to try and not take them out. But I go for the bombs here. Yeah, that's right. This works too. I wanted an AoE ability that I felt like might take out the spy. And we did. Now we return to the GLs. And we got to figure out, am I going to find my way through this thing? Because I'm fairly confident he is not going to get through my Leia. But that's not a guarantee. What I have to do, though, is find a way to get through that mall. And what we try here is gas. I'm going to get, I believe, the offense stacking. Maybe not. Oh, we do the basic? Maybe. I guess. Yeah, so we do whatever this is. Throw down an armored shred on Vader. We do an AoE. And we're attacking. Go down to my knees. Sacrifice. Form up. I'm going to hit Maul. Oh, I decide not to because I don't want the riposte to take me out. And I stand up. I'm going to hit Maul. You can see how little damage we're doing. Just nothing. And this is not good. I know if I'm just going to lose Rex as soon as he went down, so I didn't care about saving form up. But here, just nothing. I wanted to check the data disk there because I just feel like we're doing no damage up against Maul. And Gas isn't the only one who was struggling to do some damage. Now, I don't think I do it at this point. Do I do it at this point? Starkiller was a team I did not want to use. You can see from how little damage that we're doing, I got to bring in somebody who has some boosted stats. Because Gas doesn't have boosted stats. Starkiller boosts stats. So I feel like Starkiller is going to have a good shot. It's just, I'm pretty sure at this point in the match that I was going to need Starkiller on the back wall. So I was trying not to use him. But I go for a bunch of stats. We don't have like the best level 6 ability on that or anything, but it's fine. It's good enough. It'd probably have been better if I had riposte. I did end up re-rolling for it a little bit later. We'll have it for next week. We just don't have it for this week. I had to use some crystals though to re-roll that. If I had the other Omicron, we could dispel. And now, a basic, we get the assists. Basic, get the assists. And Maul is close. Basic, and we take out Maul. Now I don't care. We accomplished the goal. I do not need them to do anything else, and I know they're going to die and lose anyway, whatever. Lord Vader can just go crazy now. We took out Maul. Because now I know I can take out Vader. Because that's how I got stuck in round 1. Because round 1 was the match that I should have won, but I didn't save Fennec. Like, I learned my lessons. I grew. I grew as a player. Instead of using Fennec second or early, kept her back, so I had a cleanup. I tried to make sure I had a cleanup available. And here, like, Mando's not going to do anything. I decided to bring in Zam, even though she's gear 12, because she boosts the stats. She's going to increase the speed. She's increasing the health of the characters. That I decided might buy me a little bit of time. It's not like I can put a Datacron on because Grief's at gear 12 as well. So we're doing our thing, taking some turns. Cleanse. Armor shreds. One more will do it. And there we go. Cleaned up. Now we are down to the Leia problem. And this is why I played Malgus the way that I did, handled things the way that I did. So even though we don't have the Kron anymore on Cal Kestis, which by boosting Impetuous Assault would make things more reliable, I'm hoping that without Drogon, enough time is going to be bought where I can still win this thing. So making a choice for Kron, I'm just going with the offense stacking, looking for some decent stats. We go in here. I have to do a balancing act between throwing around inherited teachings, but also making sure Cal Kestis is getting those stacks of Impetuous Assault so he can do his insta-kill. And we got to get to 30 stacks of Impetuous Assault. So I don't know why I just did that. Why didn't I basic? I don't remember why I did it that way. Alright, I'm going to go protection up first. Spread the inherited teachings. Spreading the inherited teachings. We'll AoE, land the ability block. That's what I'm hoping for. We do a basic armor shred. We attack, inherited teachings, basic protection up, and I throw out the other master's training and inherited teachings. We got days on Anakin, but we take out R2. And now we are focused on Leia. Go for the ability block, we land it. Now Cal is helping with inherited teachings. We get our stat boost with the ultimate, we heal up, go for more ability block, no, not master's training. We inherited teachings to get a little bit of protection back. We go to the armor shred. We'll get protection up in a moment. We get a couple assists here. We'll do a basic, and now protection up on everybody. And also retribution. And now I'm going to just be trying to control protection up and also helping boost Luke. Land another armor shred. Ability block. Or no, we try for the ability block. Now we get the ability block. We basic. We're going to protection up again. And Leia goes down. That's the first time that I have beaten a Leia in Grand Arena. Very happy about it. And now we got the back wall. And we see right away why I didn't want to use Starkiller, because we got Rey there. And I've got nothing I can beat Rey at this point. We used too many good teams to try and eliminate that Maul. Well, we got Fifth Brother, Bam, Finn, and we got I think, is that Akbar with Cara Dune? Something like that. Yeah, so here, we're going to jump into cleaning these battles. We're going to try and beat it clean, but we also want to do some testing. We got Kelleran Beck that we want to test. We have Paz Vizsla and Grogu that we want to do some testing on. So those are teams that we're going to try to fit into our play now, and also try and play as cleanly as we can. And last round we already did armor up against Fifth Brother. I know that works. Check out that footage. It was very nice. So now I want to try this. Give him something a little bit harder to work with. Although I probably shouldn't have done this, because this is more like a lot harder, not a little bit harder. So we land armor shred on Hero Finn, hoping to take him out. Now Grogu here, trying to... we call some assists. We're trying to get overheat going quick. I will say, my bow kit reveal video is out. I'm pretty excited for her. I think she's going to be a great addition. She'll be added to the game tomorrow, or I guess... she's already been added. We'll be seeing testing, actually probably within hours of me posting this. I don't know if we'll see everything in testing, because some of it is going to require Omicrons, but I think she's going to be very strong, at least up against like Jabba and Lord Vader, possibly even a little bit more than that. So the testing doesn't go great. That was too much turn meter gain with those characters. I should have gone up against something else. But you can see a more successful version in the last video. Now we're looking at Bam. Is this what I really do? Okay, I think I did do this. The last video is more interesting testing with Kelleran, because last video I went up against a Crex squad. The Crex squad did not have the Omicron on it, but it's still a Crex squad and it's still solid. It was a Rex 5's Crex squad, the one that can be problematic. Now here, I didn't want to bring Paz and Grogu up against this, because I felt like Whistling Birds was going to wipe out Paz and Grogu. Maybe it wouldn't have happened. But Kelleran here, I felt like this was probably, of the teams left, the most interesting one to test with Kelleran, because I don't know, I don't think it's not that great. They're not going to have any problem. Yeah. IG-11 goes down. Wipe out Quill. Now we're working on Beskar, Mando, and he's gone. Kelleran is a lot of fun. Really like him. Gonna be very excited to have him at Relics, but there'll be plenty of ways to use him prior. Oh, do not touch those wires. We are not re-recording another video because we've been messing around with wires. Yeah, so now we're doing our Zerg testing up against Fifth Brother. It's just, Fifth Brother's not really any good. I don't know why we're in back-to-back matches now of seeing Fifth Brother. He's not scary. He's not a threat. There's not a lot to learn from it. It's whatever. Scout Trooper is really going to do all the work here. Throw another armor shred down on 9th. Boom, 9th is down. AoE will have 5th brother down in a minute. Then we'll just have 2 teams left, the Finn and the Akbar. Or no, not Akbar, Sana? I don't remember who it was. I think it was Sana. It has Cara Dune. Yeah, it goes down. Yeah, Sana. Oh, I think I know what I did here. I don't remember if it worked. I know what I try. And this can be Nest. Or do I not do it? Or do I eventually do it? Do I do, what do I do? No, I gotta put a data crown on. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm just trying to, I think I'm just trying to determine if I think the solo is going to work. And I'm pretty sure the solo is going to work. It's a new one, so I'm not 100% on it. But I'm fairly confident I'm right that a solo should happen. So we stun. Now I'm going to hit Sana. We blind her. We counter. We're going to do some more countering. Sana goes down, and now Cara Dune. Easy. So there was just, because they're characters we don't use often, I just don't know if there's going to be something on a kit that I'm not factoring in that could surprise me in a solo, in an unfamiliar solo. And now this is where I probably use Nest. I want to see, can Nest do it? And this is the type of thing where, you know, not being 100% familiar with the Resistance heroes, not knowing what could surprise me or not surprise me. But now that the protection's gone, they start doing damage, and Nest is gone. Now I'm done enjoying myself and having fun, and we're just going to take out Finn with something strong. Oh, am I going to do Hondo? Hondo. Did this work? I don't think this worked. Or did it work? I don't remember anymore. There's no way it works. There's stuns and too much control. There's no way this works. Yeah, see, as soon as they land the stun, it falls apart. It doesn't matter. This is the wrong thing to try. Yeah. No, we bring in Tarful. Am I still trying to have fun? There's no way this works either. Maybe at Relics this would work. But this is one of those things where I'm hoping we can do something, because I have a cleanse, we got a bunch of assists, we got a bunch of recovery. But the Gear 12 is just not enough. You can kind of see pieces of it working, but it crumbles fast. Yeah. It's a type of counter that would have worked at Relics. I'm pretty sure. But now I'm done having fun. And we will do something boring. I'm going to do Crex. I feel like I'm going to do Crex. Yep. So I'm going to do Cody Arc Crex. Find a Kron. Put the turret over on Crex himself. Cody calls in some assists. We stun Poe. Start attacking Poe. Poe goes down. Now it's just Finn, and it doesn't matter anymore. And from here, we have set myself up for a win. It's a win where my hope is that my opponent will attack and I'll be able to see if I win outright, because I still feel like that he cannot beat my Leia, and I would like to see if I can win this match definitively or not, because I don't think his Malgus is at a level without the Omicron to be able to handle my Leia when he's paired with that SWGOH counter. Quick recap of the history of this past week. With the first round, this is the one that I wanted to get this match back, because I could have won this if I would have played it differently. I didn't need a full clear. I just needed to clear more territories, and I could have, because he couldn't get through my Leia. I put it on the front wall. He put his Leia on the back wall, which meant I had a route to win, but I should have just ignored his Leia, and I didn't. The way he played it, Jedi Knight Revan, taking out mine, he played his end very cleanly, very well. He just had no Leia solution. Vader, Dash Han, CLS, Mirror, C, Malakos, Gas, Malgus, Traya, Third Sister, Padme. That was smart play. Padme up against Nisa, with the Nisa Kron, JML taking out Darth Revan, JMK, the Watt, and SLKR taking out Finn Zori with the second round match. This one's worth paying attention to just because of the banner total. This opponent put up the amount of banners he did because he played a full offense strategy. There was only one GL on defense, and he had 8 GLs. And even if I had played perfectly, I was still going to come up more than 10 banners short, because I dropped one battle. I could have got up to 2060, maybe with a couple things going differently. Maybe I go 2061, 2062, but he's still having a massive lead on me. Leia Mirror, Darth Revan, Malakos, C taking out the Malgus as a solo, JML up against Dash Han, Starkiller the Maul, Jabba, CLS, Traya, the Third Sister, Radis, my Tuskens, Revan, my Finn Zori, and then we start getting into the undersizes, but he's not doing anything too risky. He's just using his GLs for it. SLKR the Nisa, JMK Darth Revan. He does a Wampa solo of Grievous, Bosk Radis. Then he has Ray Swolo taking out my Trench Watt, and Bam taking out Bosk, and then he plays a clean run of Fleet. Final round though here up against Pickle Rick, this match that we're watching. He just does his minimum default win, so it's what it is. I wish he would have played it a little bit more, but it's nice to not get swept. And we wrap it up there. We'll be getting into this final week of Grand Arena. I should finish in Kyber 2 regardless. I think I have enough of a buffer that I could in theory lose this one and still be okay, but I don't think that's going to happen. We are lower in Kyber 2 than we were during this week of Grand Arena in the next bracket, and I think that should allow me to get at least one win, and that first matchup does look like a win. But what we have here is my video is already up on Bo. I am excited for Mandalore Bo. I think she's going to be a very fun character. Really like how the kit functions. Going to have some really nice synergy between Ancestral Resolve, that new status effect, with True Damage, and I think it's going to make that squad very powerful. I'm definitely going to be getting her as quickly as CG allows me to, where I will farm them free to play in about 1.5 months time. By the end of January, I should have everybody. Well, I guess it depends on when Kelleran becomes farmable. Maybe mid-February is when I'll have them all farmed up. But I've already got the gear ready to go, and as soon as that event returns, I'll be having Mandalore Bo to add to my roster. She's a character that I think, as a non-GL counter, we should all be prioritizing. So check out that one. Darth Bane's kit will be on the way. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.